Ho, 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 y'all. This week, Courtney is working through some daddy issues when it comes to decorating her Christmas tree, while I'm helping Daddy Ashley work through some of his issues with social media for the launch of his new website. We are then joined by Haley and Annabelle Wine, who I babysat every Saturday night from 5th to 8th grade. The sisters reveal that Momma Ashley taught their Momma Kathy a thing or two about raising daughters. So uncork your favorite bottle of wine and get ready to laugh.
Grab your fork and grab your knife. Morning, afternoon, and night. Mama's recipe and mine. We're about to have a good time. Hey sis, eat this. Hey sis, eat this. Woohoo! Yeah.
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in the holiday spirit. I
You
really am.
are?
Usually I'm real cranky this time of year, but I've really gotten ahead of myself with my shopping and my decorating. And
Did you get your tree this weekend?
I did. I went and I picked it out last week and I had them flock it and deliver it. A lot of my issues came out. Jason was at a holiday party. Vivi was home. Reagan was at a bat mitzvah. So I'm like, come on, Vivi, we're going to do the trees, do the lights. And I'm shoving them like so deep in there because I like really love a lot of lights. And I'm just telling Vivi, see, you got to really just wind it around. You want to get them way back in there. And she's like, God, Mommy, you don't need that many. And I'm like, yes, you do. A pretty tree has a ton of lights. That's what you need to make it look really, really pretty. And she's like, gosh, I mean, like, whatever, I'm out. I got like a third of the way through the tree and I was just like huffing and puffing and I called Dad and I'm, you know what? This is your fault. Why do I feel the need to make it look like a goddamn Neiman Marcus tree? I had to it's like the more lights, the better. And I just don't stop, and then I'm just not happy with just a few little strands on there. And then the kids were decorating it last night and I wasn't paying attention. So I came downstairs this morning and I saw how haphazardly the ornaments were thrown on the tree. So now I'm secretly rearranging everything.
Right. I do the lights too. I don't let Lance do it either because there is the formula. Now, I don't go all the way around.
Right. You taught me this trick.
Yes. You start at the back of the tree where no one's really going to see it. And then you move in kind of a horseshoe or U shape around with the lights.
Yeah.
And you really get them in there and you layer.
You got to get them deep.
Yep. Well, we haven't gotten our tree yet. So when we do, I'll take a video of the Glenn Ashley method.
But it's actually it's a detriment. I'm not going to lie. You'll never look at a tree the same once you have it really lit up. A few strands isn't going to do it. So
that thing needs to glow.
It really does.
Well, take a picture.
I will.
I want to see that bad boy.
As soon as I take all the ornaments off that the kids put on and redo it to my liking. Wait, so you had a horse show this weekend, your first horse show, right?
I did.
How did it go? You wouldn't tell me about it when I asked you because you wanted to talk about it on the podcast. So tell me everything. Spill it.
Okay. Well, as you said, it was my first horse show. I'm 42 years old. I had only ridden the horse once before.
Right. And on Saturday, when I was talking to you, I said, are you ready? You said, I don't even know what horse I'm riding yet tomorrow. So how did that happen?
16-2 thoroughbred, big horse, beautiful. But I felt really comfortable going into it. And I told Kelsey, my trainer, because I ride with, 15-year-old and younger. I'm the oldest person at the barn. And I just told Kelsey, I said, look, I have no expectations for this show. If there's somebody else that needs to ride this horse or that horse because there's a bitching parent or a nervous child, let them take it.
It's generous of you.
Well, what do I care?
Yeah.
With all that said.
Where'd you go? You okay? You got ribbons?
I won 2 ribbons.
What? That's so cute.
5th place.
Fifth place out of 5? Or no, I'm just kidding.
No, I know, right? I was kind of thinking that. But yes.
What are the 2 for?
Yes. So you do one course one way and then a second course the other way. So I won in my second course. And then you go in there and do flat work, walk, trot, canter. And they watch you to see, hand position and how you get the horse to move and all that. So that's really kind of judging the rider.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Were you competing against 10-year-olds?
Yes and no. There was actually a lot more adult riders than I thought they were going to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was Mom there to watch?
Mama was there. Lance was there too.
So now do you have the bug? Are you going to go do more?
I have the bug. I want to do more. But it also made me really realize that I want to lease a horse.
Okay. Well,
so we'll see.
Maybe we should start asking people to be paying subscribers to this podcast so that you can afford to lease a horse.
No kidding.
Well, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself and it was really fun and I can't wait to do it again.
Well,
Yeah. How was it?
It was really fun. So I've decided I need to start a segment on this podcast called Cooking with Dina. She's like the one friend I have that like actually cooks with me when she comes over. All my other friends, they're always like, can I do something? And I'm like, no, but Dina and I have like a similar style and we just kind of it's like the way you and I cook together. Like Dina just kind of knows her way around my kitchen and we've been doing this since we were in our 20s. So we made 4 different kinds of pizzas. So the highlight pizza, we did a couple simple ones for the kids, but the one that we loved the most was a Calabrian chili pizza with squash blossoms. So I found squash blossoms when I was at the farmer's market yesterday. So that inspired me. I picked them up. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I figured it out. So the pizza, you drizzle olive oil on the pizza. Then you put Calabrian chili all over, a very thin layer of Calabrian chili because it's spicy. Then a very light dusting of mozzarella, not too much. Then sauteed onions and garlic. So we thinly sliced white onions. I caramelized them a bit, threw in some garlic. Then we put that over the mozzarella. And then we put all of the squash blossoms on top. And then we put it on the grill and we let it cook off, and then when we took it off, we put dollop of burrata on top of that. And then I tasted it and I was like, this is really good, but you know what it needs is a drizzle of honey. So I took some honey and I drizzled the top of it. So it had the sweet and the spicy. It was really good.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it was really delicious. Oh, we were in there rolling the dough and I have video of it because like she's 100% Italian. So she's sitting in there and she's kneading it like this. And it's like, looking beautiful, like she were at a pizza shop. And I'm like, I want to do that. And I'm trying. And it's like, my fist is like going through the dough. And so I was like, this is a disaster. It's because I'm not Italian. And she's like, it's easy. What? I'm not. And I'm like, shut up, Dina. So
I'm actually pretty good at that.
I know. I don't do it enough because I don't really make pizzas.
Yeah. And that's always my job when we do make pizzas is to get the dough going.
She can do a perfect circle. Mine turns out it's like oblong or something. I don't even know what shape mine turns into. Just need to practice more.
Yeah. Court, we're always giving Momma Ashley updates, but since you mentioned Daddy at the beginning of the episode, I wanted to share with our listeners what's going on with his newest project, which we're really, really proud of him.
I know we should mention the name of the website too, just for our listeners, because his work is beautiful.
Yes, it's glenashleyart.com. And he really focuses on contemporary, modern paintings. So he's been wanting to put some stuff together because he's had people ask him, where can I buy your stuff? So he was talking about what he wanted to do to launch it and get the website going and announce it on social. And I said, well, we've kind of done all this with the podcast. So you definitely should put together like a little newsletter that you can send out to all of your friends that announces your website.
And you're probably like, oh, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I just know where this is going.
Oh my gosh. Bless his heart. I was actually in LA when we first started this project and I'm on a Zoom and I'm like, Daddy, can you share your screen with me? No, I don't know how to do that. Nope. I'm like, Dad, you've got to work with me. Like you've got to learn these things because you're going to need it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
He gets so defeated in himself.
Oh,
I know.
I have such a hard time with all the social media stuff myself. It's really daunting.
I never noticed.
Yeah, I can't do anything without you and Lance like guiding me.
So I put together a PowerPoint presentation.
So nice of you.
Of how exactly, like I spent at least 2.5 hours, maybe 3, taking screenshots of my phone of like how to do each thing, down to the like exit out of Instagram, go to your notes, copy and paste.
So I need this PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. So he called me and he was like, I'm kind of stuck on this one. I'm like, how are you stuck? Because I put everything in detail. Like I don't know. And he's like, I don't know how to copy that. And I'm like, you just like tap into it. And he's like, well, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. Like, oh my God. I talk him through it. He gets it all done. And I was just like, Dad, you know what? You're going to be fine. Like it will get easier. I promise you. And he's like, oh God, I hope so. And I'm like, listen, don't feel bad. Like Courtney sometimes puts things up where she thinks she's doing it in a story setting, but it's a post or vice versa. And then Lance will call me and be like, what the hell did she just post?
Oh,
and
God.
half of the pictures hanging off and you can't see the words. But actually, it was so funny because Dad laughed so hard and it made him feel better about it.
Okay, good. I should call him and we should commiserate together.
Yeah. I decided that I'm going to start a side business.
Oh God, no, you don't have time to start a side business.
No, this is the easy part. I already have the PowerPoints put together. So if you're looking for some advice, you can Venmo me $20 and I'll send you my PowerPoint.
Yeah, exactly. You should actually.
I have one for Instagram and one for Facebook.
Okay, I'll be Venmoing you right after I get off this phone call.
I'll give you a discount, family and friends. Oh, it was funny though.
Okay, we better get on to today's guest.
Let's do it. We have on 2 sisters who are basically our little sisters, the Wine sisters.
These girls were around all the time when we were growing up. I mean, we're like way older than they are. So I think you were their regular Saturday night babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a bad influence, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, they're cute. They're adorable. They have a great mama. There's some funny stories in here. So I think you'll enjoy celebrating their Momma Kathy with us.
Yes. Hey, sis.
Hey, sis.
Today, we want to welcome Haley and Annabelle Wine. These 2 sisters were kind of like our little sisters growing up. We have so many memories. We were literally at the hospital when Haley was born.
Yeah.
And you know what I said?
What?
Who's going to take care of this girl?
Oh my God, that's right. I remember that. I just remember Mom going on literally for years like, well, that Haley Wine, she's so beautiful because Kathy had a C-section and that face just came out perfect. And any time anything referenced, she's like, well, Haley Wine had that perfect shaped head because Kathy had a C-section, and like that like stuck in my head. It was so weird.
That is hilarious. Well, we are about to embark on a lot more memories and we can't wait. So Haley, Annabelle, welcome to Hey Sis, Eat This.
Hi. Thank you. We're so excited. So special to have you 2 here today. So welcome. Well, the whole reason that we know these girls is because our dads used to work together in the advertising agency. However, who we're here to talk about today, Momma Kathy, she actually worked with my dad in the advertising agency and met Dad first.
Oh, really?
Did you even know that, Whitney?
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. Before Bill came into the picture, she was an executive assistant to somebody at an ad agency in Houston, I believe.
Oh,
the girls are nodding their head. Yeah. And then, and so they were friends. And then I guess somehow we all migrated to Dallas before these girls were born.
Were Bill and Kathy married at that time?
No. I think they were like, they probably met at
They met in Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they meet at the agency?
Yes.
Oh my
at the
gosh.
agency in Houston. Yeah.
Oh,
My
that's
dad
so
graduated from college, went to Houston to work.
Okay. So, right. So, because your parents are a little younger than ours. So by the time, then when you guys moved to Dallas, or before you were born, your parents moved to Dallas. And I remember I have childhood memories before you kids were
Yeah.
born for years of our parents being best friends and hanging out.
Go
and,
to their house for dinner.
oh my
the
God,
pool.
the things your dad would like disassemble my Barbie dolls and like stick its
So
head in
bad.
potato salad and all these crazy stuff. But that's how we know you ladies.
Yeah.
And we were more your babysitters and diaper changers,
Mhm.
but it's so fun to meet up as adults and get to
Yeah.
know each other again.
Y'all were like the coolest.
Yeah, I wanted to know.
Coolest
That's what we
chick.
wanted to have. Okay,
Yeah.
So
all right, I'll
Whitney
take it.
was more of our babysitter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I think Kathy had me like booked solid for every Saturday night, and she and Don Hall would like fight over New Year's Eve, of like who got dibs on me for babysitting.
That is so funny. Was she a nice babysitter? Was she kind of mean?
She was legit the cool chick that we wanted to be. She had the Jeep. She went
Oh.
panning.
Oh my
And
God.
would-
But
Yes.
I also like, I mean, I babysat y'all when I like probably shouldn't be taking care of children.
Yeah.
Like I was like
You'd
12.
probably sneak out for cigs in the backyard after you went to bed.
Well,
Like,
we looked up to her. That's who I wanted to be. I remember thinking she's just the coolest.
oh,
Yes.
that's so to go to the tanning.
The tanning
That
and would tan.
is hilarious. I did. Yep.
And then I went too. I mean, Annabelle.
God, I'm sorry. You have. I really hope you don't.
Yeah,
I know.
skin
Cancer
cancer.
because of
Thanks a
me.
lot, Whit. Exactly. God, what a great influence
my
you were.
God. Well, when I first started babysitting, again, I'm like probably 12, and your mom had a packet, a little babysitter packet.
Oh yeah.
That
Of course
was
she did.
in a manila
Of course.
envelope or a manila folder. And you open it up and it had like all the emergency contacts, and it had like what they should have for dinner, what are appropriate snacks. You have to remember, this isn't the day of cell phones. So
Right.
they would write down like, we're going to Rodolfo's at 8 p.m. Here's the number. And we're going to be with so-and-so. You know, if anything were to ever happen, it was so funny. I don't think I ever had to use the in case of emergency, but I loved babysitting, y'all. We had so much fun.
Yes, we did.
And it was great. Y'all were just really kind of our little sisters.
Mhm.
We know that you're the oldest Haley, but what's the age difference? I forget.
4.5 years.
4.5 years. Okay.
Mhm.
God,
And there's
I
a-
was thinking.
A gap.
There is.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
as big as our gap. 6.
Yeah,
No.
6.
Mhm. But Annabelle, were you close growing up? The two of you?
I think we were close because there wasn't as much like competition or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked up to her and wanted to hang out with all of her friends and get to do everything that they were doing.
Wasn't
Right.
that annoying, Haley?
It
Ugh.
was. I would have this little game in my room and I would put blankets and I would make them into a circle and I'd make it really small. Annabelle would have to sit in the circle. And if she put a finger out,
Oh
then
my
she'd have to
gosh.
leave.
No, the circle would become smaller.
It becomes sometimes it becomes
and
small.
then if I was being good, she would make the circle a little bigger and give me a toy.
That is super bizarre.
I know it's really, but she
At
wanted
what
to hang out.
age?
This is when you're pretty little.
I always remember
that's so
like
funny.
mom
No,
always
no,
saying
no.
how sweet Haley Wine was.
Yes.
No, that's
I-
sweet. How sweet that is.
She wanted to hang out. She has to obey the rules.
Oh,
Is it
God.
still that way?
Yes.
That is hilarious.
It's cute.
You know, we're here to celebrate Momma Kathy, but your dad was also a huge influence on our
Yes.
lives.
Oh my
and
God.
Bill Bailey,
Outrageous.
just one of the funniest people.
Really one of the funniest people
And
we've ever met.
I remember, you know, he also has an amazing voice and he sings in the choir. And when we were all at Preston Hollow Presbyterian Church growing up, he would sing in the choir at the top of the sanctuary. And he said he could always spot the Ashley sisters
oh my God.
and mom because it was 3 blonde heads. Bleach blonde heads. Yes.
God, that's funny. Well, I have a hilarious memory of your dad when Whitney was probably 2 years old and they were at our house and before you were born. And, you know, those high chairs had those like little sticky suction cup. And, you
I
know,
thought it was Haley's.
could have been Haley.
I think it was Haley's.
Was it Haley?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know this story, Haley?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. So let's say it's Haley. It must be.
It was.
So there was a Cookie Monster suction cup, like a bobblehead Cookie Monster suction cup on the
High
high
chair.
chair so that you could play with it while you're eating. Well, your dad thought it'd be really funny. He took it off and he suction cupped it to his forehead and it was like bobbling and everybody at the party was laughing. This was one of those wild Ashley, Friday night gets-togethers that our parents would have. And he pulled it off and he literally had a perfectly round hickey in the middle of his head. And my dad and they think they were pitching some big client that week. And it was this huge, and it was this whole deal. And it stayed there for like 3 weeks or something. Amazing. And he had to go to work and try and carry on with business as usual with a, 2-inch diameter circle around his forehead of a.
I can't believe y'all don't know that story. Like that to me is the most infamous Bill Wine
Sounds
story.
Exactly like
I was going to say,
totally.
we have so many.
I don't know how sweet
We have great
Kathy
ones for
put
him.
up with him. He was so crazy, but maybe
Rolls her eyes.
Well, clearly she's a hero and a woman to be commended. Maybe we should get into talking about her a little bit. There were so many fun times of getting together, our parents, at church, holidays, everything. But Haley, in your own words, tell us a little bit about Momma Kathy.
Oh gosh. Mom is she's the best mom, sometimes in a more unconventional way. She's from Minnesota. She's not a Southern Texas lady, although now she's been in Texas much longer than Minnesota. She doesn't cry. My dad will cry.
Right.
She's just tough. And she's taught us to be tough, even though we're really not. Yes, you are. But she's truly the best mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's always there. There's never been a point in my life where she's not there.
Mm-hmm.
She's there for the small things, the big things, the things in between. And now she's there for my kids. And she doesn't miss a football game. She doesn't miss anything. She's just always there for you. And, I just feel so lucky because there's never a doubt in your mind, like mom is reliable. She is there.
Aww.
She's going to be there.
That's amazing.
And she wants to be there. And
yes, like she wants to come.
yeah, I always remember her being an amazing mom. Annie, do you have anything to add to that?
I mean, I totally agree. She has the answers to every question. Like, can I cook this if it's not,
Yeah, the cooking questions,
the
all of it.
cooking questions are like the silly questions. She answers all the time.
And
if
the
she
serious
doesn't, well,
life
like, what is
question.
she doing? Why is she not answering the phone? Is she with you?
I call her 5 times. Where are you? Why aren't you answering my phone call? Like, you should be waiting on me.
It's because
like,
she's
I
with
don't
me.
understand.
Yeah. Doesn't answer. It's one or the other.
That happens to us all the time too. Like I'll call mom and she's like, I'm on the line with Courtney. Let me call you back. Or like vice versa.
I'm like, hang up with Annabelle. Talk to me.
But mom always hangs up on me. She's like, hold on, Haley's calling. I'll call you back.
She does not do that with me.
I know she doesn't.
I now do that to mom where I'm like, Courtney's calling and I know it's a window of like 5 minutes that I can get her. I got to go, mom.
Yeah.
Call me back. And then she'll be like, you didn't call me back.
Right. Oh, God.
It's the best. And I feel so lucky. Like we still live like 10 minutes from each other.
And do you know how much Kathy loves that? Like that you guys rely on her. And that's so sweet.
Yes, she loves it.
I think all moms want to be, how do I put it? Like of service. The job is never done no matter how old you get.
Right.
And a mom feels like, okay, if they need to call me for this or they need to call me for that, like I still have a purpose in their life.
Absolutely. And that's the struggle as people get older and move on and have families of their own. I think that's a lot of moms wrestle with that. And that's and have a lot of sadness because they're not needed as much. I mean, in that day-to-day caretaking role. So it's definitely harder, but she's so blessed that you both live in Dallas and can still be such an involved part of your life.
Very much need her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep her extremely busy. Especially now that Annabelle has a little girl.
Yeah.
I feel like I got her for 6 years.
No, I
with
get
my
dibs
kid.
now.
Yes.
you
Yes.
do.
We keep her very
Oh my
busy.
gosh, the tables have turned. Now Kathy's the babysitter.
She is
It's
the babysitter.
Yes.
She's going
And
to
she always
And
will
she
say
loves
yes.
it.
Always says yes, and she wants to.
Yeah.
During your childhood, did Kathy ever work?
Mom went back to work when I went to kindergarten.
Okay.
And then during the summers, I don't remember how old we were. Old enough where Haley could stay home with me. She would leave quite a list of things to do on the kitchen table. And it was like for the whole week, not for just the day. There would be like today and then by the end of the week.
Right.
And so, of course, we would wait to do, or I would wait to do all of the things until the very end of the day. We would make this special little treat called turds. Just
T as in Tom, Erds.
turds, turds, yes.
Turd.
It was just a piece of bread that we like probably just ripped into strips, balled up and
Like
put in
white bread?
butter.
Yeah, just sandwich bread.
Yeah, just sandwich
No
bread.
fancy
Nothing,
bread.
nothing fancy. Whatever you had on hand.
Okay.
Rolled in melted butter and cinnamon sugar, and we'd put it in the toaster oven.
We called them turd.
And then we started to make turd
brilliant.
French fries
Yes, we did.
with the crust.
And
Turd
then
French
do you
fries.
season the crust savory and make French fries, or are you still?
No, they were still cinnamon sugar, but they were long. So
I mean, we made
turd
this
French fries.
almost every single day
Yes,
in the summer.
I actually think we should put that recipe up on
I
our
think
website.
we're going to make some turds later.
Mom will die.
Oh my God, I want to make some turds.
Out of all the recipes we
bad.
talk about.
Yes, exactly.
It's
That's
gonna
the one
be-
that makes the Hey Sis website.
It's going to be our first turd.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
And I see the recipe on the website. Haley and Annabelle's turds.
oh my God.
I was thinking we name our cookbook turds
Oh
and
my
feature
God.
that in there.
It's a great recipe for
delicacy.
children.
It's a delicacy.
But I love
Hey.
that you cook.
Yes.
That's
Cook.
amazing.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could have burnt down the house making those turds.
Yeah, we
I
could.
feel like by yourself
Yeah.
with the toaster. Very scary.
Oh, that is really, really funny. So Momma Ashley was telling us that Momma Kathy is a great cook. She was a Midwestern girl growing up in Minnesota. So were there a lot of Midwestern dishes on your table growing up?
I don't know if they were necessarily Midwestern, but Grandma June, my
Yes.
mom's mom,
Oh,
who we're
you're sweet mom,
extremely
grandma.
close to, has a big influence in all of our lives and in my mom's life. But my dad's mom was quite the cook. So a lot of the dishes that my mom made were from this cookbook, handwritten out in this beautiful cursive handwriting by my dad's mom, Grandma Dot.
Amazing.
You still have that?
Oh, yes, we all have copies.
A few years ago
Oh.
for Christmas, Mom made copies of it for everyone in the family.
Grandma Dot passed away, but we have her recipes in this cookbook in her handwriting. No, and my mom makes a
Wow.
lot of them.
That is so incredible.
And they're very Southern.
What are
There's
some
a
of
lot
the-
of butter?
What are some of the ones that are your favorite from the book?
Oh, gosh. I don't know them off the top of my head.
I do. I think the macaroni and cheese is Grandma Dot's.
It is, because that's Dad's favorite.
Yeah.
It's just layered, but it is a classic and it's perfectly
There's
crusty.
tons of
and
butter,
It's got a
milk.
lot of butter.
Yeah.
The way it's supposed to.
Butter's the
exactly.
best.
That's
That
what
sounds
makes it.
so special.
Oh, we'd love to get some photos of that.
It's one of my things I would save in a fire. You know, it's
Yes,
one of those
yes,
special
yes.
things.
We might
Yeah.
need to, at some point, all get together and cook something from that.
Good.
That would
that'd be fun.
With Momma Ashley.
Hard to read.
Yeah.
Margaret
cursive,
Bujardnik.
That's okay.
Oh my God,
I'm
right?
sure your mom knows them by heart now, you know. She
Yes.
knows. She knows.
Yes.
You know, speaking of dads, our dads worked together in the advertising business and they were constantly traveling together. There was a lot of traveling involved in their professions. What did the dinner table look like at your home when your dad was traveling or when he wasn't traveling? Did Kathy make it a priority to have dinner together?
We always had dinner together most of the time in the kitchen at the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we got older, we would move it into the den. We were all sitting close together and we would watch Fear Factor.
Yes.
Cute little family.
Show.
Great,
yeah.
great shows
great
to
for
watch
dinner.
and eat dinner.
Yes. Or Alias.
Yes, or Alias.
Yes.
It's such a dinner-friendly TV
We always
program.
ate dinner and together
Every night.
every night, had nice conversations, and it was just
Yeah.
part of the routine, something we looked forward to.
Oh.
And when Billy was out of town, did Kathy cook or did y'all go get Baba's fried chicken like we did?
A meal was prepared.
Yeah.
Maybe assembled
Yeah.
and not
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
much a cooked, like
Right.
from scratch
Right.
ingredient situation. But we always had a meal with a vegetable and a protein, you know, just kind of
Right.
that
Standard.
Standard
that
three.
standard.
She didn't like to cook on Sundays when we were younger. I feel like
Mhm.
that's when we got takeout.
Who
Yeah.
does?
Now she cooks dinner every Sunday for us.
We have Sunday dinner
Do we really? The kids and the family? Oh, that's so nice. At their house?
at their house every Sunday.
Oh, that's
What does she make?
so nice.
Everything from a fancy defined dish recipe to a Grandma Dot recipe. Or Dad will grill and, you know, we'll bring something, but it's every Sunday.
Oh, that is so special.
Mhm.
If we go back to your school days, was Momma Kathy super involved?
Oh boy. Yes.
Yeah.
She was at everything or a helper or in
She was
charge.
always at the school.
Like
Volunteer
you walk
library.
down the hallway, there's mom.
Oh.
And all of our friends knew that too. So we went to Hillcrest High School.
Mhm.
It was diverse. There was a lot of different cultures, a lot of different races. It was fascinating and the best high school experience you could ever imagine. And mom was always there and everybody knew her.
Oh,
Aw.
that's so
Everybody.
sweet. Of course, she is very charismatic.
Well, and everyone knew they could come to the wine house.
Oh,
You need something?
well, it is
Bye-bye.
called the Wine House
Well,
after
it
all.
also helps that it's literally down the street from the high school.
down the street.
And
Oh,
middle
but
school.
we refused to walk to school.
No, we refused.
So we were always driven to school, and then we had like friends that we would make that would be walking to school, and we were like,
Nope.
"Hey, would you like a ride?
Get one.
block?"
They walked past our house.
So they
my God.
had a little carpool.
But anybody was welcome at the dinner table. Anybody was welcome after school. She would give people rides. I mean, truly anybody in the world. And they knew that.
That's so nice.
Mhm.
Hey, you want to be the house where everyone wants to be.
Where you feel welcome.
Yes.
Yeah. Be yourself.
What would she pack for lunch for school?
We always liked peanut butter and jelly, and this was before the Uncrustable.
Yeah.
She had the perfect little.
Oh, like a muffin cutter.
Oh,
she's
Kathy.
So ahead
she
of her
just learned
time.
about Uncrustables last
Yeah.
weekend. And I go, Mom, where have you been? She goes, do you know how expensive they are? I can just do it with my little thing.
What are Uncrustables?
Oh, you don't know about them?
No.
They're like frozen peanut butter and jellies.
With no crust. And so
They're
they're
like
all squeezed
perfect.
together. Yeah.
Really? Do you girls buy these things
I
for your
ate
kids?
them at school, like
My
at
kids love
least 2
them.
or 3 a day when I was pregnant.
Oh my.
I have boys. Like, I have to
Yes.
pack 2 at a time.
Yes.
Right.
But they're
They're just great to have.
it's
on hand.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You
okay.
could make your own.
Yeah.
But-
I'm not allowed to send peanut butter and jelly to
Right.
schools because of all the nut allergies. So I've never been able to.
Did she put anything else in your lunchbox that was kind of
She
special?
always put a handwritten note, and most of the time it was like on this cute little cow paper,
What?
but just or like a little sticky note. Just have a great day. Love
Every day.
you, Mom.
I've even in
Oh,
high school. Every day.
really
that is
back
adorable.
to feeling like a shitty mom. It just happens every episode.
Courtney,
but no,
we might like have to not do this podcast.
I
because
know.
You feel like a piece of shit
I know.
every time we talk about these
I know.
amazing moms.
I know. Well, I do put notes in, but it's like 3 times a year. And my girls have called me on it. They're like, so-and-so. Actually, you know who I'm going to call out? My mother-in-law. She's the problem because every time, I love you, Andy. I'm just kidding. But every time they go to her house, like when we travel or something, and it's like they're there for 5 days, which I'm so blessed. Like they will take them like your mom.
Yeah.
And I guess she puts notes in their lunch every day because she's the sweet grandma, right? So then my kids will come home and be like, Mimi put notes in my lunch every day. You never do that. And God, I'm sorry. Anyway, Andy, can you cut that shit out when the kids come next week?
Well, I think if I was a mom, I would put like notes in there like, remember to be nice
Yeah.
or bring your fucking lunchbox home.
Yeah.
Go find that sweater you lost on the playground.
Yes.
Or you're going to buy it yourself, $40 at the uniform store.
If you talk in class after this, you're going to be in deep shit. We know that y'all were just as social as we were growing up and in high school. Was Kathy kind of a strict mom when it came to y'all socializing and getting out there?
For me, yes. Not so much for Annabelle.
Of course, the
really?
second one.
Always.
Well, as a perfect angel, as you know.
Okay.
Were you?
You think she was way more lenient on you, Annabelle?
I think so. Yes.
It was the opposite for me in court because we're 6 years apart. So by the time I got into high school, my mom was like, I'm just tired. I'm like, Courtney didn't have a curfew going into her freshman year of college. And I'm like, I shouldn't have one. She's like, you know what? I'm just tired. I can't handle it. Get
Mhm.
home by 12:30.
Right. If you came home drunk in high school, would you be grounded? Was that?
Oh, yes. But I would
Oh.
have never.
Oh, you didn't. You were a really goody.
Yes.
Goody
I did
in high
not
school?
drink until our senior year prom.
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
What?
really?
That
Yes.
sounds like a story. Why are you pointing
I
and
think
laughing?
she's still lying.
I'm not
She's
lying.
going to take it to the grave.
I'm not lying.
So are you saying, Annabelle, that you waited to drink until senior prom as well?
Not.
The second ones
No,
are
I think
always
I
the
was
wild
probably a little bit
child.
more like Whitney.
Yeah. But if you came home drunk, did you get in trouble?
I never came home drunk.
That
Kathy
she
knows
knew
about.
of.
So every time
Sorry,
when we
Mom.
came home, even in college, she did this. She wanted you to come and give her a kiss If it was 2:00 in the morning, you better go in there and give her a kiss.
Oh, yeah.
She said she learned everything about raising girls from Margaret.
But that kissing is an absolute
Oh, yeah.
Momma Ashley tip.
It's
For
amazing.
sure.
It's very
And I am
sweet.
going to adopt it when my girls.
You should, because
Yep.
I never, ever, I mean, I would come home drunk and kiss her, but I wasn't driving or anything.
Right.
Right.
So if I had driven and she smelled an ounce, a sip, she'd be like, you're grounded.
Mhm.
Go to bed right now.
Mhm.
But I never did it because I was so afraid. So it like kept me. But nowadays, everybody has Uber.
Right.
Like the kids just get in the Altos and go,
Right.
which is
Right.
great.
Which is
But how do you get an Alto to the Trinity River is what I want to know.
Oh my
Oh my
God. I'm sure it would take you. It'd be a lot safer just waited there for you. You could tailgate out of the Alto.
They'd hang out.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Could you go ahead and get this keg going for
Right.
us?
Exactly.
So we used to party at our high school parking lot. That's where our kind of
wow. That's right behind your house.
I mean,
right
that's
behind your
right
backyard.
there. And so my mom
That's a little
loved it because she
dangerous.
knew how close we were.
in public.
And the
And,
cops would come by and wave and say hi because we weren't causing any trouble.
Right.
But you'd have like a keg out there?
We wouldn't have a keg, but people would have drinks, but it wasn't super obvious.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
like
I mean-
the red solo cup.
Yeah. You know,
Or
before
like
they were.
hidden like 40s in their letter jacket.
Yeah.
She took me with her one time. Mom's like, you can go only if you take Annabelle. And one of her friends came and gave me a hug, and he had like 4 40s in his letter
Oh,
jacket.
no.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's hilarious. But isn't there a funny story about like your dad working the concession stand at the football game and something involving your mom, Haley?
So I was home. It was my first, I'd just gone to college and I came back and we went to a high school football game because Annabelle was cheerleading and
Yeah.
I went to watch her. My dad was working the concession stand. So
Oh,
so
he-
cute.
So cute.
that was his life. And he had a bar back there
Oh my God.
at Hillcrest Stadium.
Oh, yeah. He would, all of
And
his workers were happy.
yes, they had beer, they had fun. We've learned more and more and more as we've gotten older.
That's
But I was with my mom and I was so thirsty. And I opened up her purse, her little Kate Spade cute black and white purse, and pulled out the water bottle and took a sip. And it was just straight freaking vodka.
Oh my God.
I mean, pure vodka in the Ozarka water bottle. And I looked at her with these wide eyes like, Mom, what the hell? And I mean, it was just vodka. And she just looked at me and she goes, sorry. And I thought I was so naive because I was pretty good in high school, but I thought, you're at these games drinking?
Right.
I don't even understand.
now you understand it, don't you?
Now, when I go with my boys to like the Jesuit football game,
Yeah.
we're all bringing in our Yetis and margarita
Sure.
from across
Yes,
the bar,
of
across the
course.
way.
Right.
But I just was floored.
Oh yeah. Sounds
Stadium.
like Bill
Probably
wasn't
times
the
before
only
mixed
one with the bar going on.
Nope.
She probably didn't make mixed drinks yet.
No. no
Right.
mixed drinks.
Does she make mixed drinks now?
Yeah.
More.
Mm-hmm.
What is her cocktail?
yeah.
She likes wine or margarita. I mean, for me, casina
Obvi.
kind of thing.
Well, yeah, Abby.
We drink a lot more than Mom.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
She said she wished she knew there was wine growing up when we were growing up.
Oh,
Like, Mom, there was. But
What?
she said in Minnesota, they just didn't do that. So she didn't grow up like that.
I was
she didn't
trying
have
to-
her glass of wine while she was cooking dinner.
No, never.
It sounds like Kathy keeps it together pretty nicely.
She does.
She's got her shit together.
Well, yes. For the most part, she really does. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we did as families together, we did a lot of holidays together. Like I think we saw each other at all these Christmas parties that we would have every year. But what do you remember about the holidays with Momma Kathy?
Mom always made the holidays so special. We always had a tradition of making monkey bread when we got home after church.
What's
Like
monkey
midnight
bread?
church?
On Christmas, yes, we would take like our new American Girl dolls to church.
Oh my gosh.
And then come home and make the monkey bread, which is like the rolls rolled in the butter and the cinnamon sugar.
Mhm.
And some years we had quite the monkey bread flop where it wouldn't rise overnight. We tried many recipes, and we've definitely found one that we all like now.
My best friend from college, Abby, her mom is an amazing cook and she's from Oklahoma. And when I would get homesick, I'd get to go stay at her house. She makes the perfect monkey bread and she shared the recipe with my mom.
Oh.
And so we call it ML's monkey bread. And it's foolproof, easy, and it's what now Annabelle and I make every Christmas for our kids.
I'm feeling a little defensive at this moment, Whitney. Are you that maybe like,
Oh, I don't know.
why do they not use Momma Ashley's sticky bun recipe? We might need to have like a cook-off on
Is
this.
sticky
you know
bun
what
the
I mean?
same as monkey bread?
I mean,
I don't think so. What is monkey?
Monkey bread's made in a bundt cake,
Right.
bundt pan. And you basically take these rolls and we
Like yeast
do
rolls?
Rhodes rolls.
Yeah.
And you roll them in butter, cinnamon, sugar.
Yeah.
Put them all in. And then it rises all overnight.
Mhm.
And you cook it in the morning.
Well, we might have a recipe to rival.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Bring it.
The sticky
Just saying.
buns.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The sticky buns is butterscotch pudding.
Yeast
mix.
rolls, like the rising yeast rolls.
Yep. Cinnamon, sugar, butter, and pecans.
Mm.
And you put like that kind of mixture on the bottom. Pour the butter and the brown sugar over the rolls.
Mhm.
Let it rise in the oven overnight, and then bake it in the morning.
I
Which
bet
we
it's
too
very
have had a
similar.
few kitchen conundrums
Oh my
with the
gosh.
rising. You know, it
I mean,
depends.
Every Christmas, you just didn't know if it was going to make it or not.
I think that's
Yeah.
the exciting part about
One
it.
of the tips too that Mama says is if it's really, really cold, you leave the light on in the oven,
Oh.
and that will help it. Yeah.
She's
Mom
such a
puts-
good cook.
You heard it
Mom
here
puts her
first.
rolls like in Dad's bathroom. It's like it's really warm in there, and so they put the rolls in there.
I forgot about that.
Kind of
That
gross, but it's so
They're
funny.
like brushing your teeth, and there's like just a thing of
You know,
rolls
I
on
think
the.
they put them in like a cabinet or something. Like the cabinets are open.
Bill, careful. You're going to get toothpaste
Oh,
on the
that's-
monkey bread.
That's hilarious.
Oh, God, that is funny.
Were there any other holidays that were really memorable or big in your family?
Something that we did every single year, a
Mhm.
special annual tradition, but she always took in the strays.
Yeah.
She always took in people who, oh, the Ashleys don't have anything
Yeah.
going on this year. They're going to come over.
Yeah.
Or, you know, she just took in.
I love doing that.
And it was so random. Whoever did not have anything, they were welcome to come. And it kind of made every year like, oh, what are we doing this year? Or
Yeah,
who are we going
right.
to have
Who's
it with?
coming?
Because everything else was so planned.
Right?
It was kind
Right.
of fun to have that.
Kathy got a little funky and crazy.
Well, once again, it's an open house.
Right.
Anybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Come on in.
That's really
you know?
sweet.
I love that. Do y'all have memories of coming over to our house on Christmas night?
Yes,
I do.
I do.
Very,
do?
very much so. I wish I
was it?
remembered it. We were so little.
Yeah.
I would
And
love
we were
to go
just
back.
drunk, old, college kids.
I remember like running around your house and
Do you remember me like smoking cigarettes out on the front porch when when y'all were
a
there?
little bit.
I mean, I would like chain smoke on the front patio with my friends that would come over on Christmas night and I'm thinking I was so selfish and in my, college world that I didn't even think that I have these like two little sweet young girls running around like 10 and 12 and that, that I,
telling you, you guys were just the coolest chicks. Like we just wanted to be like you.
did you ever start smoking,
No, never.
Good.
Annabelle?
No,
Neither of us.
Good.
Then
we only
I
took the
guess-
tanning bed trait.
no,
that didn't come from me.
that was Whitney.
Well, I'm glad we didn't rub off on you.
That is so funny.
Whitney, I do remember one time we were over at your house for like a graduation, maybe
Yeah.
after Ursuline graduation.
Like my graduation? Uh-huh.
And you had a limo.
Oh. Okay.
You had a limo. And so I got to like ride around the block.
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
cute. I feel like that wasn't for graduation. I feel like that was like prom or something. But I remember y'all would like come over for special events like that. Like if it was my prom or homecoming, like
Yeah.
Kathy would bring the girls over to come and see all the hoopla of it. So
Right.
it was probably that, like a prom or something.
Yes, I bet.
That is too cute.
That is. Well, Kathy, she as my mom said today, she's like, she loves to be like, in the mix to like know what's going on with
Yeah.
all her friends. And
wants to
she's-
know.
Yes, exactly. That's what she says. She wants to know.
This is another thing is like, I actually came across this the other day. There's a handwritten note from all of y'all that was like a happy birthday card to me. I don't know which birthday it was.
Momma Kathy. And
Yes. And Billy. And then Jack like signed it. One of the dogs
The dog.
signed it. I'm not kidding. But
But
like
the dogs still sign our cards.
yeah.
We get Christmas gifts from them.
Yeah.
Oh, of
Lucky is the
course.
best gift giver.
So aside from being a super dedicated mother, did Momma Kathy have any hobbies on the side, Annie?
Mom has tons of hobbies.
Oh.
She's a busy lady.
She is an excellent knitter.
Oh.
And I mean, Charlotte has like 4 blankets from her.
And she's only 9 months old.
Right.
Well, I very much appreciate them because I know how to crochet also.
Oh, wow.
She has been in a book club for 25 years
Mm,
with a bunch of moms from when I was in kindergarten.
Oh my gosh.
that's cool.
And they're very exclusive. No one else can join.
Does it have a name?
Oh.
Yes, the bookies.
They won't let any new members in. Has that been that way since the beginning?
A guest can't even go. I mean,
Wow.
it is.
It's like a secret,
we have-
secret society.
We have been, but we've only been assistants when Mom has been hosting the big bookies party.
Oh.
They have a like an Oscars party,
Oh.
but it's called the bookies.
And do
they
they
have awards and everything.
And they award
For the
like
books?
Oh,
yeah.
yes. So the
For the
books
books
they've
of
read
the
for
year.
the past 12 months, they'll pick a favorite character, favorite scene, favorite.
Oh.
There's a
plot.
ballot and prizes.
Don Hall kind of started it. It's called the Donnies. But it is different people host it. I mean, they have it all calendared out. But they go through all the books of the year, and Mom will call us after. I won an award for the book that I picked. My character got best character. She loves to win. But they have a great group. It's casual. It's nothing fancy. When Mom hosts it, it's not like, she's preparing for months and months at a time. Like they just all
Right.
want to be together. And
When Kathy hosts, does she prepare all the food too?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay.
She serves all the food.
Oh, wow.
So we've gone and we were the helpers one time, and I think it was kind of an Asian theme.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
It was the year of Crazy Rich Asians. then.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes.
How many people are in this book club?
25 years, 16 members, and it's only those 16.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Well, Momma Ashley is a part of a book club too.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. They don't read the book. They have someone come who is like either the writer of the book or a specialist or whatever it is,
Speaker.
present the book to them at a luncheon. And then they can decide whether they want to read it or not.
Wait, that's
Do you think Mom's the only one that doesn't read, or do you think none of these ladies read the book? I mean, I
have
literally
no
don't
idea.
think there's one book she's ever read from the book club.
And I've been to one of them. Have you ever been?
that's
Never.
I've been to one.
And do they just talk and ignore the speaker while they're speaking, or?
I don't even remember, but no, I think they're truly interested in it.
Well, Mom's
It's just so
a
funny.
voracious reader. It's
I
just
know.
funny that she doesn't read the
Yeah.
books that.
Like we had someone come in and talk about sex trafficking, and it was so interesting. But I'm gonna get back to Outlander now.
I love Outlander.
I would really like to see a chart of the Donnies over the years.
yes.
They have a list of every book.
Oh, I'm
they've
sure
ever
they do.
read.
I'm reaching out to Don Hall after this.
Well, we
Yes.
could get some really good reading recommendations.
Oh,
I
there's some
know.
great,
Yeah.
great
We
books.
love reading.
And they do a synopsis. They keep, they are
Oh.
organized.
I have a question we like to talk to our Texas siblings about. How big of a role does Tex-Mex play in your life? Because it's,
huge.
yeah.
Yes. It's what Mexican restaurant are we going to tonight?
Is it a weekly occurrence?
Yes,
A multiple
no question.
days?
I mean, I'm sure I'll be at Mi Casina tonight. There's
Is it
Can I
Friday?
go with you?
Yes.
Actually, I've been there the past 2 nights.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Okay. Yeah.
2
Well,
nights
we
in a
have
row.
one around the corner. from
Right.
us.
You have one.
So-
Because when I come to Dallas, I literally like try and go there, get Tex-Mex once a day, whether it's lunch or dinner. It's disgusting the amount of queso that I eat in one visit to
You
Dallas.
gotta get her
but-
fill. And my husband is happy to
Oh
oblige.
yeah, Whitney didn't even go with us last night. I went with her husband, and we ordered 3 different bowls of queso last night. We ordered blanco, regular queso, and sunset sauce. When there was leftover, your husband did take all 3 quesos and put
Yeah, he
them
did
into
like
one.
a suicide of queso.
Oh no.
Yes, a suicide of queso. And I think if you ate all that, you might drop dead of a heart attack. If you know, so
We'll find out later.
yeah.
Before all of the kids came, we used to meet at Mi Casina on Friday nights and like sit in the bar area.
With your parents?
And now we
With
have
our parents. We would go every single Friday night. That's where I told the whole family I was pregnant.
Oh.
But Ryan would come too. My husband and his family would come. We'd play this game on a $1 bill that my dad has. I mean, we would.
Is that rolled up or?
Is there a mirror
Liar's
involved?
poker. Liar's poker. And we would sit at that round table in the bar at Mi Casina every Friday night for hours. I mean,
Oh
it's
my
what we
gosh,
did.
I love
Before
that.
we were going to go do something else, we all went there.
Isn't it funny that that is like such a Texas thing? Everybody goes every Friday.
Yes.
For Mexican.
Mhm.
No matter where it is,
Mm-hmm.
it is such.
You wait for hours in some of these good
Yes,
places.
you just
Oh,
go
yes.
and get margs
But then
and wait.
that's the best part is you just get hammered while you're
You're
waiting
fine.
to sit down. And
Everyone's
then,
happy.
yeah, it is the thing that I absolutely miss the most living in California. I mean, California is a great place, but it's like They don't do Tex-Mex.
No.
You miss
Period.
the Mexican food, or like
I mean,
the whole
no,
event?
I miss all of it. I mean, the food for sure. But like just
margaritas.
like meeting up with my family and going to Tex-Mex and just sitting there and talking over margaritas and queso. It's like my comfort spot.
It is. It's comfort.
Yeah, it's comfort.
You just know it.
We're going to have some rapid fire questions here for you wine girls. One word to describe Momma Kathy, Haley.
Loyal.
Annie.
Thoughtful.
Annabelle, what is one trait you get from Momma Kathy?
Shopping.
Not bad. Haley.
Organized.
Yeah.
That's a really good one to have.
Haley, what's one thing that you want Momma Kathy to take away from hearing this episode today?
I want her to know that we recognize everything she did growing up, especially now that we're moms, but that we see that she came to everything. She was there in the high school hallways all the time. She was there for my children. She's there for me now. You know, if I have something, she would want to come to it. She's just always there. And I want her to know how much that means to us because I know not all moms do that. And I think it's really, really special. And she wants to be there. Like it's genuine, it's loving.
Annie, anything to add to that?
Now that I'm a mom, I just want her to know that like I want to be the kind of mom that she was to us, where we still want to hang out with her and we still want to have quality time with her. I told her when I was pregnant, I was like, but now you're only going to want to hang out with Charlotte.
It's actually true though.
It's hard. It's hard to like get that quality time then with her. But now we have our Mondays. And
Oh,
so
that's so nice.
That's sweet.
Okay, we'll end on a fun one. Annabelle, what's her favorite cuss word?
can say it.
Yeah.
Fuck for sure. Would you agree with that, Haley?
I think shit. She was the first cusser I ever heard. I mean, when she's mad in the kitchen, she's cussing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That she messed something
If
up.
she's messed or she's stressed, there's too many people in the kitchen and everyone needs to get out.
I curse a lot in the kitchen too.
Yeah.
We
Get
both
the fuck out, you little shits.
Well, she just gets really stressed and overwhelmed. Like if we're all in the kitchen and the boys are in the kitchen.
Right.
It's just
Well, because everybody's loud.
Yeah.
very loud.
Or and if she's
Right.
like me, she burns herself anytime she opens the oven door. You're like, shit. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
That would be mine. Was shit.
That's hilarious.
it was amazing to take this trip down memory lane with you, sweet girls, our little sisters.
Yes.
Thank you.
I
We
hope
hope-
we're still cool.
You are so cool. I mean, look, you have a podcast.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
It's really cool.
Well, you girls are cool. You're sweet. I'm so happy. I hope that we can be in touch now more often and not wait decades to get together again. We'll end it as we always do.
I love you. I love your show, Court.
Whit, I love you. I love your show.
Thank you so much for listening to Hey Sis, Eat This. If you LOL'd, peed your pants a little bit, or even smirked, please hit subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to rate and review, but only if it's positive.
Also, visit our website for recipes and to sign up for our newsletter at HeySisEatThis.com.